Definiteness of purpose. Success always begins with a clear purpose. Just like a ship needs a destination before setting sail, your life needs a goal to move toward. Without it, you're just drifting, hoping something good will happen, but never truly steering the direction of your future. People who succeed don't rely on luck. They decide exactly what they want. They define it, focus on it, and take action every day to move closer. This is called definiteness of purpose. It's not just about having a dream, it's about turning that dream into a target you can actually hit. When you have a definite purpose, you wake up with intention. You stop wasting time on distractions. You begin to notice opportunities that align with your goal. And most importantly, you develop the inner drive that pushes you forward, even when things get hard. A clear purpose gives you energy. It gives your life direction. It gives your actions meaning. Without it, you're just reacting to the world around you. But with it, you become the one creating your future. So ask yourself, what do I truly want? And once you find that answer, hold on to it. Think about it daily. Speak it out loud. Let it guide your decisions. Because once you know your purpose, success starts moving in your direction. Part 2: Mastermind Alliance. No one becomes truly successful alone. Every great achievement in history has been the result of minds coming together, working toward a shared goal. This is the power of the Mastermind Alliance. A mastermind is a partnership between two or more people who align their thoughts, their energy, and their purpose. It's not just a team, it's a blending of minds. When two or more people work in harmony toward a common goal, a third invisible force is created. That force is power. That force is momentum. That force is genius. When you surround yourself with people who challenge you, support you, and believe in your vision, everything changes. Ideas flow more freely. Problems get solved faster. Doubt fades. Energy multiplies. And even on your worst days, your alliance helps you stay on track. But remember, this only works when the relationship is built on trust, honesty, and mutual respect. It's not just about taking, it's about giving. Uplifting each other. Sharing wins. Pushing each other to grow. Choose your mastermind partners wisely. Look for people who share your values, who are committed to their own growth, and who want to see you succeed just as much as themselves. Because when the right minds come together, limits disappear. And what once seemed impossible becomes absolutely within reach. Part 3: Applied Faith. Faith is more than belief. It's belief in action. Applied faith means having absolute trust in yourself, in your purpose, and in the unseen forces working in your favor, even when there's no physical proof yet. Faith is what keeps you going when the road gets dark. It's the voice in your heart that whispers, "Keep moving," when your mind says, "Turn back." Applied faith transforms doubt into courage and fear into fuel. It gives you the strength to act, even when the outcome is uncertain. When you apply faith, you don't wait for everything to be perfect before taking a step. You move forward confidently, trusting that the path will appear as you walk it. You expect good things to happen, not just with hope, but with certainty. And that expectation shapes your reality. Applied faith is not blind. It's not naive. It's built on purpose, preparation, and persistence. It's fueled by the belief that you are guided by something greater, your vision, your determination, your inner power. The strongest people in the world didn't always know how things would work out. But they believed they would. And that belief gave them the courage to act. That's applied faith. So carry that faith in your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Let it shape your choices. Let it guide your steps. Because when your belief becomes unshakable, your success becomes unstoppable. Part 4: Going the Extra Mile. Most people do only what they're paid for. They wait for instructions. They fulfill the bare minimum. But success doesn't come to those who do just enough. It comes to those who go beyond what's expected. This is the principle of going the extra mile. When you go the extra mile, you deliver more than what you're asked. You give more value, more effort, more care, without waiting to be rewarded first. And in doing so, you set yourself apart. Because the truth is, the extra mile is a quiet road. Not many travel it. But those who do, find treasures that others never see. Why does this work? Because the world operates on the law of compensation. Life tends to return to you whatever you give, only multiplied. When you give more, you open the door for greater returns. Not always instantly, not always from the same source. But it comes back, in ways you can't always predict. It also builds reputation. People remember those who go above and beyond. Employers, clients, partners, they don't forget someone who cared enough to overdeliver. You become reliable. You become trusted. You become invaluable. And beyond all of that, it changes you. The habit of going the extra mile transforms your self-image. You begin to take pride in your work. You feel the quiet power of someone who gives without waiting. You start seeing challenges not as burdens, but as chances to shine. This principle is not about working yourself to exhaustion. It's about intention. It's about attitude. It's about consistently giving more effort than required because you know who you are and what you stand for. So if you want more from life, give more. Not because you're forced to, but because greatness demands it. The extra mile is where success lives. Walk it daily, and you'll go further than you ever imagined. Part 5. Pleasing personality. A pleasing personality is not about fake smiles or trying to impress people. It's about being genuine, kind, respectful, and confident in how you carry yourself. It's how you make others feel in your presence, and that matters more than you think. People are drawn to those who lift the energy of the room. Those who listen more than they speak. Those who make others feel valued, not judged. When you have a pleasing personality, doors open, because people want to be around you. They trust you. They want to help you. And they remember you. Think of the most successful leaders. They don't push people with arrogance. They lead with humility and warmth. They inspire trust, not fear. They attract opportunity through who they are, not just what they do. That's the power of personality. But here's the secret: you don't have to be born charismatic. You can build a pleasing personality. Start with a genuine smile, a firm handshake, eye contact, good posture. Speak clearly and confidently. Be sincere in your words and actions. Be the person who brings solutions, not complaints. Your personality is your personal brand. It's how the world experiences you. And just like any brand, it either builds value or it weakens trust. So choose every day to show up as the best version of yourself. Be kind without being weak. Be confident without being arrogant. Be helpful without needing attention. When your personality becomes magnetic, success naturally gravitates toward you. Part 6. Personal initiative. Success never comes to those who wait to be told what to do. It comes to those who take the first step, even when no one is watching. That's what personal initiative is: the ability to move forward on your own. To act without being pushed. To lead your own life with energy, courage, and intention. People with personal initiative don't sit around waiting for permission. They look at what needs to be done, and they do it. They don't say, "It's not my job." They say, "I'll take care of it." And that one decision, to be a self-starter, sets them apart in everything they do. Think about it: every employer, every business, every team, every dream needs people who take initiative. It shows leadership. It shows vision. It shows that you're invested, not just involved. But personal initiative goes beyond work. It's about taking responsibility for your own life. If something isn't working, you don't complain. You adjust. If you have an idea, you don't wait for the perfect time. You begin. And if you fall, you get back up without needing applause. This one habit, taking initiative, can change everything. Because once you stop waiting and start acting, you unlock momentum. You learn faster. You grow quicker. You attract opportunities. And most importantly, you build confidence. Every time you take initiative, you prove to yourself that you are capable. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. If there's a step you know you need to take, take it. Trust yourself. Lead yourself. And move boldly toward the life you want. Because no one is coming to push you. That's your job. And when you start doing it, your success will start chasing you. Part 7: Positive Mental Attitude. Your mind is the control center of your life. What you allow to grow inside it will shape every decision you make, every action you take, and every result you experience. That's why your attitude, your mental approach to life, matters more than you can imagine. A positive mental attitude isn't about fake smiles or ignoring problems. It's about choosing to see possibilities where others see limits. It's the decision to focus on solutions, not setbacks, to believe in yourself, even when things look uncertain, to hold on to hope when fear tries to take over. Life will test you. Things will go wrong. People will disappoint you. But your response, your inner attitude, is what makes the difference. With a positive mental attitude, every challenge becomes a lesson. Every failure becomes fuel. And every day becomes a new chance to move forward. This kind of mindset is magnetic. It attracts good people. It opens doors. It gives you strength when everything else feels like it's falling apart. It helps you keep going, because your belief in a better outcome stays stronger than your doubts. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. That's your power. That's your edge. That's what separates those who rise from those who retreat. So feed your mind with positivity. Read things that inspire you. Surround yourself with people who uplift you. Speak kindly to yourself. Focus on gratitude. Build the habit of looking for what's good, and you'll start to find more of it. A positive mental attitude isn't just helpful, it's essential. Because success begins in your mind, long before it ever shows up in your life. Part 8: Enthusiasm. Success loves energy. It moves toward passion. And one of the most powerful forces you can bring into your life, your work, and your goals, is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is more than excitement. It's a deep emotional commitment to what you're doing. It's the spark that turns ordinary work into something meaningful, the fire that makes people want to follow your lead, the fuel that keeps you going when things get hard. People can feel it when you're passionate. They hear it in your voice. They see it in your eyes. They sense it in your presence. And when you carry that energy with you, opportunities seem to appear. Support shows up. And even the impossible starts to look achievable. You don't need to fake it. You just need to find something real to believe in. Whether it's your dream, your purpose, your team, your product, connect with it. Remind yourself why it matters. And let that belief light you up from the inside out. Enthusiasm is contagious. When you bring energy into a room, it spreads. It lifts others. It inspires action. It creates movement. It becomes the driving force behind every great accomplishment. But like any fire, enthusiasm needs to be fed. Protect your passion. Don't let negativity, boredom, or criticism smother it. Surround yourself with what energizes you. Stay close to your why. And keep putting your heart into everything you do. Because when you lead with enthusiasm, people follow. When you believe in something fully, others start to believe too. And when you pour energy into your vision, life responds with momentum. Part 9: Self-discipline. All the dreams in the world mean nothing if you don't have the discipline to chase them. Self-discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. It's what turns a vision into action, and action into results. You can have talent, intelligence, even motivation, but without self-control, it all slips through your fingers. Because success doesn't just require effort, it requires consistent effort. Even when you don't feel like it. Even when no one's watching. Self-discipline means doing what needs to be done, whether you're in the mood or not. It's choosing focus over distraction. Progress over comfort. Growth over excuses. It starts small. Waking up early. Sticking to your schedule. Saying no to things that steal your time. Following through on your word. Each of those small decisions builds your inner strength. And that strength compounds into massive success. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being committed. It's not punishment, it's power. The power to shape your habits, to take control of your time, to master your emotions, to stay aligned with your purpose. Every time you push yourself to follow through, even when it's hard, you're training your mind. You're building resilience. And you're telling the world, I'm serious about my goals. So when distractions come, stay grounded. When temptation whispers, stay focused. When your mind wants to quit, remind it who's in charge. Because the person who masters themselves can master anything. Part 10. Accurate thinking. Your mind is your most powerful tool, but only if it's used with precision. Accurate thinking means separating fact from fiction. It's learning to think clearly, logically, and independently, without being misled by emotion, bias, or public opinion. In today's world, we're surrounded by noise, social media, fake news, fear-driven headlines, opinions dressed as facts. Most people accept what they hear without questioning it. But successful people don't think that way. They pause. They analyze. They ask, is this really true? And, does this serve my goals? Accurate thinking demands two things: knowing the difference between fact and belief, and the discipline to base your decisions only on verified truth. That means gathering information, weighing evidence, and trusting reason, not impulse. It also means protecting your mind from negativity. Doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs can cloud your judgment. But when you train your mind to think clearly and critically, you gain power over confusion. You become harder to manipulate. And your decisions become sharper, smarter, and far more effective. If you want real success, don't just react, reflect. Don't just follow, question. Learn to think with clarity. Because clear thinking leads to confident action, and confident action creates lasting results. Part 11. Controlled attention. What you focus on expands. Controlled attention is the ability to direct your thoughts, energy, and time toward your goals, and keep them there. It's the opposite of being scattered. It's about being intentional. In a world full of distractions, attention is one of the most valuable assets you have. Social media, entertainment, endless notifications, they're all competing for your mind. But you don't owe your focus to everything. You owe it to your purpose. Controlled attention is a skill. It means choosing where your mental energy goes. It means learning to say no to what's urgent, so you can say yes to what's important. It means staying locked in on what truly moves you forward. When your attention is under your control, your productivity multiplies. Your creativity deepens. You start making progress faster, because your energy is no longer leaking in 100 different directions. It's focused like a laser. Discipline your mind to return to your goals again and again. If you get distracted, realign. If you lose momentum, refocus. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be intentional. In the end, you become what you give your attention to. So choose your focus wisely. Direct it with purpose. And guard it like gold. Part 12. Teamwork. No one climbs the mountain of success alone. Teamwork is the force multiplier that turns individual effort into extraordinary achievement. It's about combining strengths, sharing skills, and supporting one another toward a shared goal. When you work with a team that trusts, respects, and values each member's contribution, the results go beyond what any one person could do alone. Challenges become easier, ideas get better, and motivation stays high. But true teamwork requires humility. It means putting the group's success above your own ego. It means communicating clearly, listening deeply, and stepping up when needed. It means knowing your role and excelling at it. Great teams don't just happen, they are built with care, trust, and commitment. When you invest in your team, you invest in your own success. Because together, you can overcome obstacles, innovate faster, and celebrate wins bigger than you ever imagined. Remember, success shared is success multiplied. Part 13. Personal initiative, the fire that starts it all. No success story ever began with waiting. No empire was built on hesitation. And no dream came true by sitting and hoping. If you want something in life, you must rise. You must move. You must take personal initiative. Nobody is coming to save you. Let's get brutally honest. The world doesn't owe you anything. Not success. Not happiness. Not a second chance. And that's okay, because you don't need a savior. What you need is to become your own rescuer. Personal initiative means this. You don't wait for instructions. You don't wait for permission. You don't wait for motivation. You create your own path. You build your own door, and then you walk through it. Be the engine, not the passenger. Most people live like passengers, just riding through life, blaming the driver, the road, or the weather. But winners live like the engine. They decide where to go, how to go, and when to go. They don't need to be pushed. They pull others with them. Taking initiative means you start even when no one is watching. You act even when no one applauds you. You move even when no one believes in you. Because you believe in yourself. Action is the seed of growth. You can read every book, watch every video, dream every night. But until you act, your vision is just a fantasy. Every seed of success grows only when planted with action. You want to write a book? Start writing, 1 word a day. Want to launch a business? Start small, solve 1 problem today. Want to transform your body? Move, 1 workout, 1 walk, 1 better meal. You don't need to be great to start. But you must start to be great. Turn setbacks into setups. Taking initiative doesn't mean you'll never fail. It means you'll never let failure stop you. Every time you get knocked down, you rise faster. Every time you hear, "No," you find a better way. You become unstoppable, because you don't wait for opportunities. You create them. Ignite the spark within. You already have the power. You already have the ideas. You already have the potential. Now is the time to stop doubting and start doing. Because the life you dream of is waiting on the other side of action. Do not wait for opportunity. Create it. Do not wait for the right time. Make it right. Success doesn't come to those who wish. It comes to those who move. So be the one who starts. Be the one who dares. Be the one who leads with personal initiative. And the world will make way for you. Part 14. Creative Vision. The power to see beyond reality. There's a power hidden deep within every human being, a silent force that can transform lives, shift destinies, and move mountains. This power is not strength. It is not luck. It is something far more magical and rare. It is creative vision. Creative vision is the sacred ability to see things not as they are, but as they could be. It is the seed of imagination that gives birth to every invention, every piece of art, every revolution, and every dream come true. It is what allows a person to stand in the middle of failure and still see success. It is what empowers someone to be broke and broken, yet still see riches, healing, and greatness ahead. Everything begins in the mind. Think about this. The chair you sit on, the phone you use, the home you live in, none of these things existed until someone imagined them. Every single human creation was once just a thought, a flicker, an image in someone's mind. Creative vision is what allows you to step out of the ordinary and enter a world where anything is possible. It's the bridge between your present and your future, between what you have and what you truly desire. And here's the beautiful truth. You don't need to be a genius, a millionaire, or a celebrity to have vision. You just need to believe in possibilities, even when the world calls you foolish. Vision is not daydreaming. Make no mistake. Creative vision is not about daydreaming or fantasy. It's not sitting around hoping the universe will magically change your life. True vision is active. It's strategic imagination. It's closing your eyes and seeing a picture of your future so clearly, so vividly, that you can describe every detail of it. And then, it's about taking that mental image and working every single day to turn it into reality. Steve Jobs had a vision for a phone that would fit in your hand and change the world, and he gave it everything he had. Walt Disney saw a world of imagination. even when everyone mocked him for buying a swamp in Florida. He saw Disneyland before it ever existed. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but his vision of freedom never left him, and that vision led an entire nation to change. So tell me, what is your vision? Can you see it? Can you feel it in your bones? How to strengthen your creative vision. 1. Feed your mind. Read books, listen to inspiring voices, surround yourself with ideas that make you think bigger. 2. Spend time in silence. In silence, your truest thoughts rise. Disconnect from the noise of the world to connect with the whisper of your inner vision. 3. Write it down. Describe your vision in detail. The more clearly you define it, the more likely you are to manifest it. 4. Take one step daily. Action brings clarity. No matter how small, move toward your vision every day. 5. Protect it from doubt. Not everyone will understand your vision, and that's okay. Protect it like a seed. Don't expose it to toxic environments until it's strong enough to grow. Final thoughts. Your creative vision is a divine gift. It is your soul's way of reminding you that you were made for more, that life isn't just about surviving, it's about creating, building, and becoming. When you embrace your vision, you become magnetic. People, ideas, and opportunities begin to gravitate toward you. Why? Because the world needs dreamers. It needs creators. It needs you. So dare to dream boldly. Dare to see what others can't. Dare to live not just by what you see with your eyes, but by what you feel in your spirit. Because in the end, those with vision are the ones who change the world. Part 15. Maintenance of sound health, the foundation of all achievement. There is a truth so simple, yet so often ignored: without health, nothing else matters. You can have all the wealth, all the fame, all the power and ambition in the world, but if your body is weak, your mind tired, and your spirit dull from sickness or fatigue, then what is it all worth? Sound health is not a luxury. It is the foundation of every dream, every goal, every relationship, and every moment of joy in your life. This is why the maintenance of sound health is not just a habit, it is a responsibility. A sacred duty. You owe it not only to yourself but to everyone who depends on you. Health is your first wealth. When you wake up in the morning and your body moves freely, when your lungs breathe without pain, when your mind is clear and sharp, that is wealth. That is power. That is freedom. And yet we trade it too often. For convenience. For comfort. For a few extra hours of work or a few more moments of pleasure. But here's the truth: if you don't make time for your health now, you will be forced to make time for your illness later. It's not about perfection. It's about awareness, consistency, and respect for the body that carries your soul through this life. Mind and body are one. Never forget, your mind and body are deeply connected. A tired body creates a foggy mind. A poor diet can trigger anxiety and depression. Lack of sleep can ruin your decision-making power, your creativity, and even your emotional control. You can't expect to perform at your highest level while neglecting the vessel that carries your dreams. Want clarity? Take care of your gut. Want confidence? Strengthen your muscles. Want peace? Learn to breathe deeply and move with intention. The greatest thinkers, warriors, inventors, and entrepreneurs of history, from Marcus Aurelius to Bruce Lee, understood this. They didn't just train the mind. They trained the body too. Simple tools for lifelong health. Here are a few practices that can transform your health over time. 1. Eat with purpose. Food is fuel, not a drug. Choose whole, natural foods. Limit processed sugars and artificial ingredients. Eat to live, don't live to eat. 2. Move every day. You don't need to be a bodybuilder. But walk. Stretch. Lift. Dance. Sweat. Movement is medicine. 3. Rest like a warrior. Deep sleep is not a weakness. It is your body's reset button. Respect it. Prioritize it. 4. Hydrate and breathe. Water and oxygen, the two most basic, most powerful life givers. Don't overlook them. 5. Protect your mental health. Avoid toxic people, digital overload, and self-hate. Practice gratitude. Meditate. Laugh. Speak kindly to yourself. 6. Get regular check UPS. Prevention is always better than cure. A little attention now can save you years of pain later. Health is the secret advantage. Do you want to be successful? Then get in shape. Eat clean. Sleep deeply. Think clearly. Love your body. Because while others burn out, while others fall sick or lose focus, you will be rising, steady and strong, built on the unshakable foundation of sound health. Health gives you energy to chase your goals. It gives you confidence to show up boldly. It gives you clarity to make powerful decisions. And it gives you longevity to enjoy the rewards of your hard work. What's the point of building an empire if you're too sick to walk through its gates? So today, make a promise to yourself. I will no longer treat my body like an afterthought. I will honor it, fuel it, train it, love it. Because this body is my power source, and I refuse to run on empty. Part 16. Budgeting time and money, the discipline that builds empires. There are two invisible forces ruling every life, time and money. Those who learn to master these two rise. Those who let them slip through their fingers fall, quietly, painfully, and often without even knowing why. This is why budgeting time and money isn't just about planning, it's about power. It's about control. It's about telling your life, I am the one in charge. Time, the most precious currency. Let's talk about time first. You can always earn back money. But every second that passes is gone forever. The difference between a high achiever and someone who never reaches their potential isn't always talent. It isn't even luck. Often, it's simply this: the successful person respects their time like gold, while the other spends it like dust. Ask yourself, how many hours have you spent on meaningless scrolling? How many days have you lost to procrastination? How many dreams have died waiting for someday? You don't need more time, you need to master the time you already have. Start with this simple truth: your calendar is a mirror of your priorities. If your days are filled with distractions, so is your destiny. Structure your day. Guard your mornings. Protect your focus. Say no to the things that don't serve your purpose, because every yes to distraction is a no to your future. Money, a tool, not a master. Now let's talk about money. Money, too, is a form of energy. A tool. A servant. But if you don't control it, it will own you. So many people live in constant stress, not because they don't earn enough, but because they never learn to manage what they earn. They spend emotionally, impulsively, and blindly. They chase shiny things instead of building lasting wealth. Let's be clear, budgeting is not restriction, it's direction. It's saying, I know what I want. I know where I'm going. And I will use every dollar wisely to get there. Great empires, successful companies, and legendary fortunes were all built on disciplined financial principles, not luck. When you budget your money, you are telling the universe, I am ready for more, because I can handle what I already have. Tools for time and money mastery. To master time. Use a daily planner. Break your day into focused blocks. Start with your top 3 priorities every morning. Eliminate distractions, social media, notifications, noise. Learn to say no, it's a skill of the strong. To master money. Track every rupee, every dollar. Awareness is power. Save first, then spend. Invest wisely, in your skills, your health, and your future. Avoid debt, it's a trap disguised as freedom. Discipline today, freedom tomorrow. Here's the truth most people ignore. Every rich, free, powerful person you admire, they didn't get lucky. They got disciplined. They planned. They delayed gratification. They controlled their time and respected their money. And that is why life eventually gave them more of both. You want a better life? Start budgeting your time. Budget your money. Because if you don't value them, no one else will. So ask yourself, where is my time actually going? Where is my money actually flowing? What needs to change today to get me where I want to be tomorrow? Then make the shift. Start small. Stay consistent. And remember this. A person who controls their time and money controls their destiny. Part 17, Positive Mental Attitude. The mindset that moves mountains ****. There is a force more powerful than talent, more valuable than money, and more transformative than education. That force is a positive mental attitude, PMA. It's not just thinking positively. It's about adopting a winning perspective, even in the darkest storms. It's about choosing to believe in possibilities, when everything around you screams, impossible. When the world says no, PMA says try again. Let's be real, life will test you. You will face setbacks. You will experience failure. You will be criticized, judged, doubted, even betrayed. But in those moments, your attitude becomes your armor. A person with a negative mind will give up, blame others, or fall into despair. But a person with PMA will ask, what is this teaching me? How can I grow from this? Where is the opportunity inside this obstacle? That mindset is what builds champions. PMA is a habit, not a mood. Most people wait to feel positive. But the truth is, you don't wait for the mood, you create the habit. You train your mind like a muscle. Just like you work out your body, you must work out your thoughts. Feed your mind daily with gratitude. Start and end your day listing what you're thankful for. Affirmations speak power into your life. I am strong. I am capable. I will succeed. Visualization. Close your eyes and see the success you're chasing vividly. Silence. Spend 5 minutes with yourself each day, breathing, resetting, centering. And slowly your inner voice transforms from a critic to a coach. Life reflects your attitude. Your attitude is like a mirror, it reflects back in every area of your life. In your relationships, people are drawn to those who radiate optimism. In your career, leaders look for those who bring solutions, not complaints. In your health, even your body responds better to positive thoughts. In your goals, believing it's possible is what gives you the fuel to start and the strength to finish. A negative mind sees limits. A positive mind sees leverage. Where others see problems, you will see potential. Where others stop, you will start again. Rewire your thinking. Here's a truth that can change your life. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. If you want to upgrade your reality, upgrade your attitude. Start catching your negative thoughts. Question them. Replace them. Turn I can't into how can I? What if I fail? Into what if I fly? I'm not good enough. Into I'm still growing, and I will get better. The brain is programmable, and the language you speak to yourself becomes your truth. Choose your mindset, choose your future. At the end of the day, every person walks through life with one of two mindsets. The mindset of victimhood, life happens to me. Or the mindset of power, life happens for me, and I will rise. Choose power. Choose perspective. Choose positive mental attitude, and watch your world transform from the inside out. Change your thoughts, and you change your life.